My lords, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the Feralisk infested jungle with our two hardy pioneers, Python and Leslie. As we start today's proceedings, Leslie is doing a bit of research at the research bench while Python busies himself making a few stone blocks in order to create some more sculptures for our base. Now, not much has changed since last time around. Obviously the thing we did prioritise were the two bedrooms here, as well as the art bench as well. Now somebody in the previous episode, and I forget the name, I do apologise, that's very rude of me, and they did correctly point out I really should have focused on Leslie's bedroom first, because she has the jealous trait. Obviously, as we saw, because Python got his flooring done first, that tipped Leslie over the edge and sent her into a daze, I believe it was, or some sort of psychotic breakdown anyway. However, that didn't last too long and we're all back to normal, but yes, definitely should have done that. By that, I do of course mean prioritise Leslie's bedroom, so that's a lesson learned for any future changes to the bedrooms. Make sure Leslie is served first, because she ain't gonna like it if she suspects that Python has a little better living arrangement than she does herself, so lesson learned right there. Another comment was expanding our quote-unquote safe zone. Again, definitely something that I want to do, but it's something that I really need to be doing overnight. If we dared venture out through this door here during the daylight hours while the jungleisks are all awake and on the hunt, then we would immediately become the target of several very hungry jungleisks, and that's not something we're in any sort of shape or position to fight off. So the idea is for that to go out there during the night hours and build that wall, extend the wall, and as the commenter rightly pointed out, that will make it a little bit easier for us to get colonists back into our base safely before they are pounced on by the jungleisks. If you remember in the last episode, we did have one colonist who tried to join the colony, but was very quickly overcome, and that's going to be the moral of the story on this map from here on out. So doing everything we can to ensure they can reach us is definitely a good idea, and one that is on my list of jobs to do. However, like I said, it's something that is going to have to wait until nightfall, just so we can do it in relative safety. Now, the other thing I want to do is increase our wood stockpile. At the moment, we have 72 units of wood. That's not going to be enough for what we need as we expand, so let's go ahead and order up some wood chopping, and we'll go for quite a large clearing here, I think, and Leslie should be able to busy herself with that while Python takes care of a bit of research. Just do a bit of cleaning first, actually, just to keep the base nice and tidy, or as tidy as we can, considering it's a rough stone hewn floor, so it's not the best. But yes, Leslie's going to get some of this wood chopped down. We have a Shuttle Crash. It looks like we might be very lucky here, and they may be crashing in our safe zone. Indeed they are. Let's have a look at them as they land. They're not affiliated with the faction, so they may join us. Okay, so we have quite a few survivors here. We have one sadly dead warrior. This is Matter. Decent skill. What, I don't know what's happening there with the tool. I'll just not mouse over it because that's just bizarre. Yes, decent enough skills there, but the slowpoke and the abrasive traits aren't the best. We have Anna. Oh, it's not doing it anymore, that's good. Body modder, so she will be unhappy if we aren't able to modify her body, obviously, which we can't, so although I suppose you could research prosthetics and give her a peg leg. But she is kind. The high artistic skill could be quite useful for decorating and beautifying the base. 5 animals, so if we ever do a bit of animal taming, she does have a passion for that, so that's one we might want to consider saving here. No long-term injuries, and her initial crash injuries aren't the worst either. The scratch and the cut would need tending. The bruise and the crack aren't going to cause her to bleed out. We also have Garcia. She is very skilled at shooting, which could be... Oh, very nice. Yes. Yes, that's one we probably want to make a very good effort to save. Obviously, she is jealous. So that would mean we'd have to basically balance between her and Leslie as to who gets the upgrades first. Next up we have James. Melee. It's nice, but I'm not too fussed by it, although the sanguine trait is brilliant. High plant skill could come in very handy. Decent construction, decent medical, not bad. Last of all we have Sly. Very good medical, although the misogynist is not going to go down well with Leslie. The gourmand is going to be a bugger because he will get hungry a lot quicker, and his slow work speed is also quite annoying. However, the high cooking and medical skills are quite appealing. I think out of the three of them, the one who I'm most drawn to would be Dolores Garcia for this high intellectual skill. Followed by, I think we'll say... I think after that we probably hope that James joins. Sly would be nice, but that misogynist trait isn't the best. So, in that case, we'll go ahead and we'll stabilise Garcia first, and then we shall stabilise James. We shall put down 2 medical spots. So, furniture, sleeping spot. They can just go in the bedroom, well, in the main room I should say. So then that means they can actually be rescued after we've stabilised their injuries. Anna and Sly, I'll probably leave if I'm honest, or at least I'll not put too much focus on them. So that's Garcia stabilised, so she's in no immediate danger of bleeding out. Let's see if we can get James tended to as well. I think we can. Again, no major long-term issues, although there's a bad back and a scratch scar. I think Garcia had the same. Yes, well, that's a stab scar. So what we'll do, we'll rescue James, and then we'll rescue Garcia. This is extra mouths to feed, which is something we have to bear in mind, but I think we'll be okay. We have decent food supplies here in our little farm area. Anyway, that's the 2 colonists that we'd like to have join us now safely brought back to the base so they can rest and recuperate. Thankfully, James has joined. That is fantastic. He has that sanguine trait, which is really, really, really handy. It means he's not going to suffer mental breaks nearly as often. The high plant skill will also come in handy as well, and he's not too bad at shooting either, which is quite useful. So, very pleased with that outcome. So let's just take a moment, we'll pause it here, and we want to adjust his schedule here. So you definitely want to prioritise the plants and the plant growing because you're high skill there. I think we're quite decent at construction, less level 5, so we'll increase that to level 1. Hunting, well, I tend to do that manually anyway. Cooking, do you know what, we have, skills are the same, so we'll leave you off cooking duties. Instead, I think we'll have you focus on, you can do crafting at level 3 and artistry at level 3. But your main priority while you're at the base will be growing the plants, cutting the plants, helping out with construction, and I think 0, we'll not do research. We will have you prioritize hauling and cleaning as well, just to help keep things nice and tidy around the place. So there we go, that's 1 new colonist. We got very lucky with the drop location there, which is great. Garcia has also joined. Well, look at that. Brilliant start to the episode. We've doubled our colonists within the first 10 minutes or so, which is fantastic. So before we do anything else, let's now assign Garcia's priorities. And the usual suspects will all be set to 1. Wardening, you're pretty good at that. That could be level 1 as well. Cooking, you're our best cook, so we can prioritise that, which means we can decrease those to level 3. Hunting, again, we'll do it manually. Anything else? Research, absolutely level 1. And then we'll go cooking, sorry, hauling and cleaning, and the rest I don't think we'll have you bother with. No, we'll stick to that. So there we go, that's Garcia and James, now proud members of the colony. Great to have you on board. It does mean we're going to have to do some expansion in today's episode. We're going to need their own separate bedrooms, so we'll take care of that. And I think what we'll do is we shall plan how we want this to look, because obviously we can't expand too far this way, because then we're going to breach into this open area, and we don't want to do that. So let's put down a blueprint. So what we'll do, I think we'll get rid of that for a start. I didn't mean to do that at all. Let's remove those plans. I think we'll have a doorway here leading to a corridor there, which will also extend upwards. We shall have a bedroom here, so that'll be the doorway into the bedroom, and we'll have it 6 by 5. I think that's what we have our other colonist bedroom set to. We'll have the corridor also extend down this way and this way for future expansion. We might not dig this bit out yet, but just so we know where we're headed. Could we squeeze a bedroom in here? Let's see. I think we can, but it's going to be a bit of a peculiar shape, but that should be okay. I think that will do. So we'll have this as one bedroom and this as another. I think this might therefore be our largest bedroom in terms of square footage, but we shall see. We can always move them around, especially if Leslie will start getting jealous about the increased size of this bedroom. So that's the planning done. So in terms of how much we actually need to mine out to accomplish this, we'll obviously need to mine out this square here for the doorway. And I think we can just go as far as there for now. And then this needs mining out, as does all of this. Like so. That should do us quite nicely. So their mining skills are very poor, so we'll leave them set to take care of other tasks around the base. So Leslie's almost finished the tree harvesting. There's some more up here to do, but we do have a big stockpile of wood. And what we'll do, we'll flag this to be hauled urgently so we can get it hauled back as quickly as possible. What's this here now? Justin Zemiscus, a dame of the Empire Spirit, is calling from nearby. Her guards were killed in an ambush, but now she is being followed by a man hunting Empress Butterfly larva. Keep her safe for a few hours until a shuttle can come to pick her up. Now that's going to be an easy enough quest. However, the challenge is, can she make it to the base before these spiders get her? It all depends where she spawns in. If she spawns down here, I think... Oh, she might not get this far because the junglisks here will cut her off, I think. We have... Oh, if she spawned up here, she might be okay. Do you know what? I think it's worth having a go at that. Where's my quest? Let's accept. Accept with Python. Python is incapable of social tasks, so let's not accept with Python. Let's accept with James. So here she comes now. Where did she join in? Good God, you couldn't have picked anywhere worse if you absolutely tried. That's great. She doesn't have any psi casting that is going to help her survive this sudden onslaught, so what we're going to do is... Oh, she has stun. I don't think that's area of effect. Okay. No, the stun is not area of effect, however, vertigo pulse is. Let's see how this goes. And now run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Come on. Get up here. Is she going to make it? Do you know? Ooh, she... No! I was just about to stun that one Jungleisk. Sadly, that's going to piss off the Empire, which is not the best, but it is what it is. Oh dear. And here comes the man-hunting butterfly larva. Not too concerned by that, I'll be honest with you. So yes, the relations with the Empire of Spirit had decreased by 5. Not the biggest change in the world, but still not great. We have a blight on our strawberry plants. Okay. Let's get those cut as a matter of urgency then. So, cut plants. Let's select them all. I can't select... Oh, there we go. Select similar. Cut there. Okay. Let's get James on that task. I don't think it would spread across the to the other growing zones because we do have this border in between, but we shall see. Leslie, what are you up to? You're hauling in the wood, that's fine. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Although, they might make it. Let's see what happens here. The spiders are coming. Okay. Oh, good God. So, that's a great thing to have to deal with from now on. Garcia has developed the pyromaniac trait after her family member was killed by the Jungleisks. Oh, the joys of the jungle. I thought Randy Random was being a bit too kind for us, but there we go. He's balanced out the good with a bit of bad, so we press on regardless. Hopefully it won't cause too much of an issue. Everybody is set to high priority firefighting, so that's a good. Let's just set our new residents to self-tend as well. None of them actually set to self-tend, not even Python, so it's a good idea to get that done. In terms of food, we have 1 meal and no food available. The blight is spreading, which is very, very annoying, so let's quickly cut that plant. And James, you need to prioritise this, please, before anything else. And we'll do this manually to make sure it gets done. As we can see, the blight has also spread to our rice field at the top. So if James, if you could quickly tend to this, that would be fantastic. In fact, James, let me click here, please. Prioritise this one. Oh, I need to select it to cut first. That would help, wouldn't it? There we go. Let's nullify this before it gets too out of hand. There we go. Thank you. Now you can do whatever you want. Garcia, you're very upset. What's up with you? I guess it's family member died. Oh, your son. Oh dear. That's not very nice at all. So we have 2 Diprotodons. Diprotodon? I don't know. 2 caravan animals anyway. We ain't going to go out and try and rescue them or hunt them down because that would be a silly thing to do given the spiders about, so we'll leave them to it. No doubt they'll provide food for the spiders anyway, so maybe one time overnight we can go out and try and grab whatever they drop if the spiders do take care of them. Meanwhile, back at the base, Python continues some of our mining order, as we can see. I've got the feeling our food situation isn't the best, and we're going to need more even with this large rice field here. So what we're going to do now is we'll also zone up a further large growing zone. We'll go 3 by 11, and this one will grow, yes, potatoes please. For the high yield, it does take a bit longer to grow than the rice, but that's okay. So it looks like everybody's off to bed for the evening. Garcia is awake, but she is resting for her wounds, which is absolutely fine. Let's have a look what she's still... Oh, it's just a few stabs and bruises and cracks. Nothing too major here. What can we do to boost your mood? Not much, I don't think. Right. We need some food here. Let's harvest all of the berry bushes, as well as the bananas, and that should keep us going for a few days. Our rice is almost grown. That should probably actually finish off tomorrow, hopefully, but we shall see. James, you need to prioritise this harvesting. You're the best we have, and you're also the only one... Oh no, Python's now up and about as well. But yes, you need to do some foraging to keep everybody fed. There we go. Python, what are you up to? You're just relaxing. Fair enough. Why don't you go eat some berries as well? So that's everything harvested that we needed to harvest. Let's get that hauled urgently, as well as the bananas. And in fact, James, why don't you prioritise that? That way our other colonists don't have to venture out quite so far to get their fruity breakfast when they wake up. As we see here with Leslie. James, you're still bed resting. That's fine. It does mean your wounds heal over that a little bit faster. But I prefer if you were to come and help Python here, but we're nearly done now anyway. So that's the potato field grown out, or at least sown out, I should say. The strawberries have also been replanted following the blight, which is good. Rice is almost fully grown. As I said, hopefully it'll get finished off today. We've got plenty of wood, so we can put the flooring down in these bedrooms, as well as the doors. We're going to need some more blocks for the beds. I think it was 45, so we'll need another chunk or two there. Python, get yourself some bananas. Garcia, you have berries and then have the last of the bananas because you're very hungry. Plus your mood isn't the best and we need to keep you happy, otherwise you're going to start setting everything on fire. Leslie, what are you up to? Oh, you're harvesting. Excellent, so we can at least prepare a few meals now. Let's prioritise hauling this back. Okay, so we can at least get 3 meals out of this. Not the greatest amount, but it's better than nothing. I'll take it. Do we have anything out here we could come and forage? There's quite a few berry bushes down there. I don't think the trees are fully ready. The orange tree, no. 3/4. Bananas, 80%. Okay, so they'll have to wait a little bit longer. Garcia's very unhappy. How about we do a bit of dexterity play just to boost your recreation bar? That should help you. Although I guess your biggest concern right now is the lack of food. Also, you are jealous, which is not going to help matters. Who's our best chef? Let's see. Garcia, in fact, okay, Garcia, let's have you refuel and then do some cooking. Hopefully a couple of hearty meals will cheer you up, at least somewhat. Okay, so that's the 3 meals that we could prepare, now fully prepared. So Garcia is fully fed. Her mood is still pretty poor, however. Not much we can do about that until the intense pain and her mourning period ends. Let's just have a look actually. How long will this last for? 28 days. Okay. Intense pain is 15 days. Okay. What are you still suffering from then? Well, you're not too far off being healed. About halfway for all of them, so... No, we can't. We don't need to feed. I'd like you to sleep. Oh, you're sleeping now, so that's going to help the bed rest. Python's sleeping. Leslie's awake. And she's doing a bit of harvesting. That'll further keep our colonists a little bit happier, because they can all have a decent enough meal. Well, we can make 2. I mean, why cook it, Python, when you can just eat it raw? I know, right? Anyway. Can't be undone. James is fully healed, that's great. Which means he can focus on his area of expertise, which, as we know, is the plant work. I mean, look how fast he motors through these trees. This is much, much better. Plus, he also has a flame of passion, so he's going to enjoy himself while he does it. Let's get it all hauled back urgently. There we go, it's almost all of it hauled back in one trip, which is great. Nice and efficient. And that's the rest of it now hauled back over as well. We're going to need to bury these bodies because our colonists aren't going to enjoy seeing the corpses on the floor. So let's set up a few graves. So we want 1, 2, 3. So we shall have... Where should we have them? Down here? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. So that's one bedroom hollowed out, as we can see. The chunks need to be hauled out. We'll get that done urgently. Cargo pods dropping in the jungle. Are they in our safe zone? No, they are not. Oh god, it's food. Oh, Randy, random, you little swine. Although, we do have 30 days to collect them, so we could do a night run. That would work. Yes, we'll do a night run. For now, let's focus on our bedroom here, so we want a door there. We also want the wooden flooring installing. Obviously this is going to be Garcia's bedroom. Do we have enough for the slab bed? It's in miscellaneous furniture or extra furniture. 30, okay, it's not 45, so we have enough for the bed. We'll also put down the torch lamp as well, and that'll see her mood at least improved somewhat, because she'll have a bedroom that is on par with Leslie and with Python. James is digging the graves, so that's fine. So all 3 of you need to be buried, which will be done in due course. Is everything asleep yet? Not yet. Obviously, as soon as it is, we are going to do that raid out there to get those cabbages. They'll come in great use, I am sure. As soon as they sleep. Okay, I think we are now safe. I'm going to chance it. We can always abort if we need to. 223 cabbages, a fantastic drop. Let's get these hauled urgently. And that should summon all of our pawns out to come and do this for us. Let's see what happens when we pass our safety threshold here. Okay, so we haven't become the target of any Feralisks or Junglisks, which is great. So I think we are good. James, you're not hauling anything? Haul the cabbages. Okay, that's the last of them hauled back in. And that is a successful little trip. Bravo, colonists. Your food situation is greatly increased because of that, so well done. James, you're back off to sleep. That's fine. Garcia eating the cabbages. Yep, why cook them? Bit of cleaning and then off to sleep. That's fine. So far so good. Obviously the sooner we can get Garcia's bedroom finished, the better. Leslie, do you construct? No. Who's our best builder? I guess it's going to be Python. Oh no, it is. No, it's James. Okay. Right. What time is it? It's 10 AM. Tell you what, let's wake you up and get you finishing this bed. That way we can get Garcia into this bedroom, and that's going to help her mood substantially. Obviously, it's not going to get rid of the pain and the fact her son has died, but the +8 is going to be nice. This will change as well. This will disappear, as will this. So, all in all, it's going to be a very good upgrade. So, set owner Garcia. That should now help boost your mood quite a bit, actually. Why are you still jealous of her bedroom, or is that just a bit of inertia and it hasn't disappeared yet? There's not much in it. I don't know what your problem is. In fact, yours is better. No, it's not. Well, it's not far off, to be fair. Anyway, that's everybody up and about. Nobody is doing any cooking. Garcia, 3, 2, 2. Let's set you all to cook, because I'd rather we cook these cabbages rather than eat them raw. I don't know why you're not cooking them. Cook them! Use the bloody stove, that's what it's there for. Do we have... Yeah, it's automatically set to be refueled, so I'm not sure what's going off here. What do we have? Okay, so one of the relics of our religion is something we could look for, so we'll accept that. Oh. No, I didn't want to accept that. Shuttle leaving in 24 hours, but it's going to be leaving without us, I tell you that, because we ain't doing that. I completely misread that. In fact, I didn't read it at all, I just assumed what it said, like an idiot. But there we go. Garcia, how's your mood now? Still jealous of Leslie's bedroom. Okay, what can we do to boost it? I know. We can give you a plant pot. That'll help. Nice, easy fix. And Python's doing it straight away for you. Isn't he nice? Has that boosted you? There you go. You now have the best bedroom in the camp, so stop your moaning. So I think things are going pretty good at the moment. We've managed to boost our food supplies, although they keep eating them raw, which is quite frustrating. I think perhaps if we move the stove closer and the table further away, they might be more inclined to cook rather than eating raw. I think that will be the case, although I can't guarantee that, so we'll have to see. Of course, we can just do this manually by ordering them to cook. Well, maybe we were better off not cooking. James is now suffering from food poisoning. Thank you, Python. Garcia, I noticed, is also fully healed, so that's going to help her mood because she's no longer going to have the intense pain. Still got the minor pain, but that's fine. She's also hungry, so I think if we give her something to eat, she should be okay. Don't get food poisoning. Thank you very much. That's good. The rice needs bringing in as well, so we'll get someone to do that. Garcia, you're researching. It's what you love to do. That's going to help your mood even further. And you're also going to fly through the research as well because you're a high skill level in research, so all good in the hood. And I do think, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we'll end this episode. I hope you're still enjoying this playthrough. Obviously, it's somewhat different to the first two that we did, which were the ice sheet playthroughs. As we've discussed, you know, almost to death at this point, the jungle does present its own unique set of challenges. In some respects, it's simpler than an ice sheet playthrough, but in some other respects, it's also a little bit more difficult, primarily because we have hordes of ravenous spiders ready to pounce on us should they ever get the opportunity. As always, feedback is always welcome and suggestions are welcome as well. And in fact, what I'd also like to offer is if anybody would like to name one of our colonists, not Python. Python, his name is set in stone. Yeah, don't care. But yes, if you'd like to name one of our colonists, let me know in the comments below and we can do that. Obviously, there is a very high chance that a named colonist will die. Obviously, we don't want that to happen, and I will try my best to avoid that happening, but that is Rimworld for you, so if it does happen, obviously no offence or disrespect is intended to whoever named the colonist. It's just part and parcel of the game, unfortunately. But yes, for now, as I said, we'll leave it there for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're still enjoying the series. All that remains for me to say at this time, ladies and gentlemen, is take very good care of yourselves. It's ta-ta for now.